Hi guys, Jessica here. I'm here to do the first time tag. No, it's not that first time. It's about all kinds of different firsts in my life. I thought it would be fun. Get yourself a snack or a drink because this is probably going to be a long video. They ask you several questions. So you might have to stop and watch it if you can't stand watching me for a long time. People are going to ask me, so I'll tell you, I have no makeup on other than baby lips. I have the peach, what the heck is this called? Peach Kiss. And then I put the new one. What is this called? Why is there no pink pop or something? The really bright pink one. I put it on top. So it's not, it really is really pink. But I like to cut them, meaning that I like to just cut the pink a little and make my own color. So that's all I'm wearing. I've been doing stuff and I had a lot of work. Monday, Tuesdays are my most busy days of the work week. So Wednesday morning I finished what I need to do. I'm kind of in a hiatus till I get my second round of work for the week. I just like clean my car and stuff, so that's why I look really red because it's like 90 something out. Anyways, let's get started. First job. My first job, when I was younger, I babysat a lot. Like my entire weekends, I would babysit. So I really didn't have a real job until I was 18 and in college. I worked at for a temp agency. I worked at one place for a couple weeks. They sold phone systems, I believe. It was just a temp job. It was by my college, so I can go there after class or before class and then just log some hours in. Then I got a job at a printing company, and I worked there for almost a year and a half. Then I decided I was going to move to Chicago, or I probably would have worked there for a while, probably the rest of college. When I lived in Chicago, I worked as an intern at a magazine, and it was paid. It wasn't great pay, but it was better than nothing. And then on my other time, I worked for an accountant, and I was paid really well for what I did. And I did that for a couple months. And then in March 2006, I started full-time writing from home, and I've done it ever since. I haven't had any other job. So, first car. My first car was a Buick Skylark, and it was like a teal turquoise green. I purchased it from the people that I babysat for on the weekends, and I believe I purchased it for about $2,000. I think there was maybe 65 or 70,000 miles on it. It was in really good condition, and I had that car for, I don't know, maybe like 3 years. When I moved here, the engine blew because of some faulty car repair work that was done on my car. I probably could have sued them, but I didn't. First high-end palette. I believe that was the Urban Decay Ammo palette. I think. Or wallpaper. Oh, I think it was the wallpaper one. It was like a pink and mauve cover. And those were the first high-end makeup and eyeshadows that I've ever used. And I still use them. My first YouTube video. Man, I should have looked this up before I started. Okay, so my first YouTube video, as I've told you guys before, I started out as a beauty vlogger. And then moved into doing books as well. So let me go back. Apparently I've posted 701. I know I've actually deleted some of them, but I've done over 700 videos now. That's crazy. It's really nuts. I love being able to go back and love just seeing all this as I'm going through it, trying to get to the end. I can't find how to go to the oldest to the newest anymore when they changed this. So I'm having to do this manually, and it's really a pain in the... Okay. I'm on 24 pages already. Okay, so my first one was the Maybelline NYX High-End Drugstore Makeup Haul on January 20th, 2009. Wow. And then I did one the next day, which was a makeup sale. Oh, that I had Big Lots and other stuff as well. So, My first videos, I got 300 or 400 views each video, which for me is crazy. I don't get that now. All of my makeup hauls and bargains and deal videos that I started off with, I even got 729 on that one. I got a lot of stuff on beauty stuff, so hopefully you can get that much on books one time. First time wearing lipstick. Oh boy, I don't even remember. As many of the beauty vloggers have mentioned in their videos, my first lip products were lip smackers, of course. Also Avon lipsticks, the little sample minis, and their glosses and stuff. My mom sold Avon, so I kind of got to take what I wanted, or I did, and she probably didn't notice. But to wear into school, I don't know, maybe I was 8th or ninth grade. I didn't wear makeup very early. I know in 8th grade I was allowed to start wearing some makeup. I wore eyeliner and stuff. But I never really wore crazy makeup when I was younger. First person I watched on YouTube. That's hard. Okay, so I'm just going to name some people that I've watched. I used to watch Pinky Charm. She since has, she just stopped doing YouTube in terms of beauty. I obviously have watched Beauty Broadcast for a very long time, since almost the beginning, since she's been on here, and now she's huge. Dulce Candy, I've watched for several years. Probably since she started. I think she started around when I did. Makeup Geek, I've watched for several years. Let me go to my subscriptions. I always think that's kind of interesting to hear, the things that people have watched for a while. Obviously, in terms of booktubes, I watched YA Fiction Freaks and Chapter Chicks. Chapter Chicks came in a couple months after I started, but in terms of booktube, they were one of the first that I did watch. So those are just some of them. First time I colored my hair. Wow. I've colored my hair so much in my lifetime. I think I got highlights or something when I was maybe 8th grade. I'm trying to think. Was I that young? I know I got a spiral perm then. Maybe it wasn't until 10th grade. I know I got in big trouble. Okay, this is what I did. I was really into the alternative scene and such, and I wanted to dye my hair black. I asked my mom. She obviously said, hell no, okay? I think I had just turned 16. I went over to my friend's house, and her parents are really laid back and whatever. They would never defy my parents. But I told her mom, can you help me dye my hair? My mom doesn't really know how to do it. My cousin does it. She's always did her hair. And can you help me do it? And I never told her. My mom said that I couldn't do it. After I had my hair black, I had my hair black for a long time. I wanted it black, and then also, if any of you know anything about black hair dye, it's almost impossible to get out of your hair. You literally have to let it grow out and then cut it out. So I remember I went home and I was like, Mom, I have a surprise for you. I was really a jerk. A jerk. And I was like, guess what? She goes, it better not be black hair. So I did it, and oh yeah, I got in some trouble. But I don't think that was the first time I colored my hair, because my cousin used to kind of use me as a guinea pig, and I would get different colored highlights. I had red highlights in my hair, fire engine red. I was the guinea pig. She wanted to try a new color on me, and I would, I didn't care. I'm very, laid back. First YouTube friend, XOXO Amanda Kisses. I used to message her probably about 4.5 years ago or more. And she's on my Facebook, and, occasionally I'll comment on her things and say hi, and it's pretty cool. And then, this other girl, Jen, on here, she doesn't do videos anymore, but I used to be friends with her. First big vacation. Honestly, I've never, to me, have been on a big vacation. When we were a kid, we would just go up to Mackinac, Michigan, Mackinac City and the UP, or we would go to north of Syracuse, New York, or we would go to Toronto, We've went to Niagara Falls. I've never went on cruises. I've never went overseas. I didn't go to Florida until like 4 years ago for the first time in my life. So haven't really had a big vacation, and I really need to make that a priority. First pet. Oh, my first pet was when I was really, really young, a baby. We had to get rid of this dog. His name was Jasper. He was a Cocker Spaniel. My parents had them before I was born, and once I was born, he would bite me, and he was just very jealous. My first real pet of my own was Brownie. I got him in my 5th birthday, I believe. Wait. 6th birthday? 5th or 6th birthday. So 90 or 91. And he was a poodle, and it was awesome. And I still miss him. He was unlike anything or anyone I've ever met. When they say that a dog is a man's best friend, he definitely was. He knew when I was sick. He knew when I was sad. He was just awesome. First heartbreak. Honestly, I've always been the person that is very wary when it came to dating and guys. I always made my friends and my family more of a priority. I didn't date a lot. And my first heartbreak probably didn't occur until I was in college, or maybe even later, 20 maybe. And it really was just a misunderstanding. We were good friends, and I started to feel more for somebody, and they didn't. And I appreciate that they were honest with me, but at the time it felt horrible. For the most part, though, I've been pretty lucky because I really haven't had my heart broken. First time I wore a poof. Okay, so the last several years I used to wear a poof. If you go back and watch my videos, I would wear a little bit of a poof, or at least clip my hair back. I've been trying not to do that because my boyfriend that I've been with since April 2011, that's when we first started talking. He hates it. He hates when I wear these clips. He would take them off all the time. So if you notice, I really haven't been I wear my hair regular now. Mostly because of him, because he hates it. And I think I look better with my hair down anyways. First alcoholic drink. I know when I was little, I took a sip of beer and I hated it. I thought it was disgusting, right? Now I love beer. Maybe like watermelon pucker. I'm not going to say when I did it, but I snuck it. Well, not entirely. It was available for me to drink. And I didn't know that it was like a mixer, and I poured it like Kool-Aid in a cup and drank a whole thing of it. I didn't get sick or anything, thankfully, but wow. I never was a big drinker. I didn't really drink in high school at all. I would drink a few beers sometimes in college when I was younger. Not of age yet, or still young. But I really wasn't bad when it came to drinking, especially underage. Next one. First person to text today. My boyfriend. First teacher. Ugh. I don't remember my preschool teacher. I know I loved going to preschool. My kindergarten teacher was like the epitome of a she-devil. Lucifer on earth. Miss Lucander. Horrible. She was just so horrible. And I think it's because I knew everything she was teaching the kids in class, and she didn't like that, and I kind of like got the worst reactions from her. My mom, taught me a lot of stuff at home, and I learned how to read when I was 2.5 years old, and I learned a lot of things that kids that go into kindergarten still didn't know, but I already knew it, and I've been doing it for years. So I don't think I necessarily acted like snotty about it, but the teacher just didn't like it. I guess she wanted me to do the way things she wanted me to do, and not maybe how I was taught by my parents or by a family member. First thing I did this morning, I always wake up and I look at my phone. Actually, I don't just do it for messages. I do it for my emails, for work emails. See if anything came in since I looked last. See if I have any more work. See if anything important needs to be addressed and stuff like that. First foreign country, I've only been to Canada. I live 25 minutes away from, the bridge, so I've been to Canada quite often. First sport that I did, I played basketball, and I really enjoyed it. And then I did cheerleading. I did gymnastics when I was 4 or 5. I guess that's the first. And then I did basketball when I was like elementary school. And then I also did cheerleading from second grade or third grade till 8th. First thing I do when I get home. This is the weirdest. This is the last question. This is the weirdest thing ever. When I get home, everyone pretty much answers the same. I usually change, or I set my keys down, I set everything down. I probably get something to drink, or I change. I don't know. That's really a weird question. Or I turn on my AC. If I didn't have my AC on, it's hot. That's the first thing that I do. Or I lock the door, right? So that's a really weird question. I don't know if you guys enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty fun and something different. Feel free to do it. I tag all of you, and let me know that you did it. I'll go check out your video. Bye, guys.